Hello and thank you for joining me on my weekly video update. Our country passed a grim milestone this week as we surpassed 800,000 deaths nationwide from COVID. This number accounts for 15% of the world's total fatalities from this virus, even though our nation is only about 4% of the global population. Even sadder is that despite the rollout of vaccines, the pace of COVID deaths has increased. It took 119 days for the nation to go from 600 to 700,000 fatalities, but only 74 days to go from 700 to 800,000 fatalities. And the 7-day death average in the United States has increased 28% from the week before. As one of the world's wealthiest, most educated, and technologically advanced countries with an ample supply of vaccines, these figures are truly tragic and unnecessary. While we're doing better in Montgomery County compared to the rest of the nation, we still see another winter surge in cases coming upon us. The state's database has been unavailable for 10 days because of a hacking issue, so I can't give you the usual update on our test positivity and case rate for the second week in a row. But we do have data about our hospitalization rates and outbreaks, and those numbers are headed in the wrong direction. Across the state, hospitalizations have increased 44% since December 3rd, and Montgomery County hospitalization rates are at the highest point since mid-April 2021, as you can see from this graph. There's also been a 29% increase in outbreaks statewide and a 41% increase in school and child care outbreaks. We are seeing the same impact on Montgomery County schools. Between Saturday, December 4th and Sunday, December 12th, there were 518 new COVID-19 cases reported in MCPS schools. By comparison, there were 1,036 total cases in MCPS schools between the beginning of the school year and November 19th. I applaud the recommendation of our HHS department and the decision of MCPS to pause sports for 14 days in schools with outbreaks. That will be further assessed if necessary if we continue to see increased cases. This recommendation is based on an earlier recommendation by CDC to suppress person-to-person close contact spread between players for 14 days. Currently, the Montgomery County Council's Board of Health mask mandate remains in effect and should be with us throughout the rest of the year. However, this mandate is to sunset once the county hits 85% of our total population being fully vaccinated as defined by 2 doses. We're currently at 82% fully vaccinated. I hope that before we hit that threshold, that the County Council will re-examine this decision. It is clear that 85% will not create herd immunity in the face of the virus's continuing pattern of mutating and being able to infect both vaccinated and unvaccinated people. Community spread is a problem, and the likelihood of getting COVID has increased for people who don't have boosters. And speaking of boosters, if you want to get through this surge, the answer from Montgomery County is boosters, boosters, and more boosters, and masks. We have so far administered 267,000 additional doses, and it's good news that 16 to 17-year-olds are now eligible for theirs as well. But we still have hundreds of thousands of residents due for their booster shot who do not have it yet. The importance of these boosters cannot be emphasized enough, particularly as cases of the Omicron variant increase. The effect of the initial shots are greatly reduced against the Omicron variant, leaving unboosted residents to be vulnerable to getting sick and more vulnerable to getting a serious case. The booster greatly increases the protection against getting sick at all and provides much more protection against getting a severe case. The boosters will increase your safety, period. That is why we are co-hosting with Saluda Vienna Star and Westfield Wheaton a Super Saturday Boosterama on Saturday, December 18th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. to provide free boosters to shoppers. First doses for adults will also be available, but there will be no pediatric doses at this event, and no appointment is needed. Super Saturday is one of the busiest shopping days of the year, and so we are taking our outreach efforts directly to the community. I want to thank Westfield Wheaton for offering a raffle of mall gift certificates for those who get vaccinated or boosted. I will be there and I hope you will join me. Bring a friend or family member to come with you and get their shot. This week, we announced that the 311 system has fielded more than 1 million calls since the pandemic began in March 2020. I want to thank and congratulate our hardworking employees at Montgomery County's 311 call center. The county has directed residents to call MC311 for assistance, and the 1 million call milestone is an indication of the tremendous need that people have had for local government services throughout the pandemic. MC311 has been an indispensable resource for residents seeking access to food, help for paying rent, tree maintenance, and numerous other county services. If you're in need of information, resources, or assistance with Montgomery County government, MC311 is available 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday in many languages, and you can reach it by calling 311 in Montgomery County or 240-777-0311 from anywhere. You can use the system 24/7 online at mc311.com, and you can tweet us at @311MC311. I'm happy to see the progress we are making creating a quicker, more reliable, and equitable bus system. This week, I joined Councilmember Craig Rice and the Department of Transportation at the Germantown Transit Center to introduce our new red dedicated bus lanes. These bus lanes were implemented by MCDOT in less than 6 months and increase the speed and reliability of transit. These new dedicated bus lanes are a debut project in the Bus Priority Program, which is part of our Capital Improvements Program. The project provides for targeted and quickly implementable improvements that make buses faster and more reliable. The new bus lanes on a portion of Century Boulevard, Aircraft Drive, and Crystal Rock Boulevard surrounding the Germantown Transit Center. Transit is the backbone of a sustainable, equitable transportation system and a thriving economy. An efficient bus system supports our environmental goals by offering an alternative to driving, reducing single occupancy vehicles on our roadways. Buses also support our equity goals by providing accessibility for those who can't afford cars and depend on buses to get them to jobs, schools, and other essential trips such as to the grocery store. And a better bus system helps support our county's economic growth program, and it helps attract and expand businesses and create new jobs. Finally, we must continue to be aware of family members and neighbors who may be struggling with opioid use disorder and are at risk of overdosing. We've seen a 17.6% increase of opioid-related overdoses over 2020. It is important to be aware of the signs and symptoms of an opioid overdose and make sure to have Narcan on hand. If you or a family member needs Narcan, contact Harm Reduction Services at 240-777-1836. Or if in need of additional supports, please reach out to the Crisis Center at 240-777-4000. Thank you again for tuning in this week, and I hope you have a great week.